So I've been asked an interesting set of questions as far as JJK, like what are some of the things I'm looking for in season 3, my biggest disappointment, best fight, worst performance, best performance, and some ranks on the characters and MVP. So let's start with things I'm looking for in season 3. One thing I'm looking forward to is how is Megumi going to cope with the situation. Gojo is sealed up by the end of season 2, Kugisaki could potentially be done for, Itadori could be done in by Yuta, Nanami is done for, not to mention the whole thing going on with his sister. So I'm really curious to see how he's going to take all that in and how he's going to process everything. I'm also looking forward to Yuji and Yuta and how their interaction is going to be. It's very hard for me to picture how their interaction is going to go because they've never interacted together as far as I know besides this. So this will be their first interaction and it's already on bad terms. I guess the main thing is I'm wondering if Yuji is going to be open to this execution by Yuta because of everything that happened in Shibuya. I feel like Itadori feels a sense of guilt, maybe a sense of disgust. So it'll be interesting to see how he works towards this execution, what he feels towards it, and maybe how his conversation or interactions go with Yuta. Though I kind of doubt Yuta is going to be up for discussion about this. Another thing I'm looking forward to is Maki. Like, what's going on with my girl Maki? Did she survive or not? It honestly could go either way because so many bodies dropped this season. But if she is alive, I feel like Maki is the type of character to come back stronger and harder than ever from something like that. So that'd be pretty interesting to see as well. Plus, I'm obsessed with Maki. I'm obsessed with Toji. Like, I have an obsession with the Zenin clan. I do. Okay, so up next, let's get into my biggest disappointment about season 2 JJK. The first thing is I don't like how Yuji didn't get to end Mahito himself. Because Mahito kept pushing and pushing Yuji. And I at least wanted Yuji to basically get his hit back. And I kind of feel like Yuji was cheated out of that, but maybe being cheated out of that was a good thing because I don't know if Yuji would have felt bad about it afterwards, especially given all that Mahito put Yuji through, but it still could have put Yuji on a dark path. The second thing I was kind of disappointed about would have to be that weird scene with Mei Mei and her brother. Not gonna lie, I could be overreacting, but that kind of ruined Mei Mei as a character for me. I'm all the more disappointed because she has the same voice actor as Boa Hancock from One Piece, and I love Boa Hancock. And that was kind of one of the things that drew me to Mei Mei in the first place. Now, as for the best fight, there were a lot of great fights this season, and it's kind of hard to pick one. But if I had to pick one that kind of stood out to me the most, it'd probably have to be Todo and Yuji, and how they teamed up to take on Mahito. I think what I liked most about this fight was how Yuji was literally crushed at this point, nearly at his breaking point, if not at his breaking point, with everything that was happening, yet Todo really came in clutch for Yuji and it was nice to see. Now, as for the worst performance, at first I didn't really have an answer for this, but the more I thought about it, the more I kind of decided that it should be Mei Mei. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that she didn't do anything, but I did expect a little bit more of her. One, because I like her skills, I like her abilities, and I'd like to see more of them utilized. And two, because everyone was basically fighting for their lives, and I feel like she could have been more supportive. Not only that, but I kind of got the impression that she bailed on the others, because after her encounter with that fake Ghetto, or however you say his name, we really didn't see much of her from that point. Instead, we get the scene of her in a hotel room with her younger brother, and she's not even there for the final confrontation with Ghetto or whatever. Now, I think I'll give the villains the best performance because they really showed out this season. They came in and they really shook things up, and they succeeded and dropped a few bodies along the way. And that's not something I'm used to seeing in anime with villains all the time, because I'm kind of used to seeing the heroes get their way majority of the time. Lastly, let's get into the ranks of the characters and the ranks of the MVPs. Now, I don't really have a ranking system set in stone for the characters, but I will say Nanami was pretty high up there, Maki was pretty high up there, Toji was pretty high up there, and Yuji was pretty high up there because of everything that he's been through. If I had to give one character the MVP award, it'd probably be Todo. And then maybe Megumi, because he came in clutch for a lot of other people as well, but that was kind of a hard question for me to answer, as well as the rank on the characters. I'm still figuring everything out. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. Comment any questions or concerns down below. Thank y'all for tuning in. SierraNovaa is out.